Video of Millwall Tube, my post-match analysis after the slaughtering that was Ipswich when they come to town. It's the day after, so I've had a bit of an opportunity to sit down and think it over and debate it. I'm going to go for a player's rating first. Sarkic, in my opinion, the worst goalkeeper we've had in a long time. I don't know what he was thinking for two of them goals at least, and he was at fault for at least one of the goals at Coventry. Last night I'm giving him a very lucky 4 out of 10. Didn't think he was fantastic. He's got caught out. He come to punch one, got nowhere near it. Him and Muzza got all muddled up for that corner. Muzza also going to get a 4. He's shocking. He ain't nowhere near this level. Again, stupid mistakes shouldn't be happening with an experienced player like that. Cooper, meant to be the leader in the team. Didn't hear him once. He don't rally the troops. He just don't offer anything. And again, out of his depth, not his level anymore, Championship. So for that, I'm going to give him the same 4. Then we got Ryan Leonard. At least he tried last night again. We know what we're going to get off Leonard. He spends most of his time clearing up the crappy back passes or balls over the top that Cooper don't deal with or Harding don't deal with. So for that, I'll give him a 6. Harding, terrible footballer. No wonder Rotherham didn't want him or let him go. They didn't even seem that disappointed. And he was their captain. For that, I'm giving him a 3. Had to be changed at half time. That was the main problem. Trying to dribble out from the back, can't do it. Danny Mac, yeah, okay. He did what Danny Mac does. He does a lot of stupid running. Can't cross a ball still, but defends okay. I would say a 5. There was a few positives in him, but you know, he didn't really do a lot wrong. He just didn't really do a lot great. Midfield, Saville had an absolute shocker last night. Casper Denore should have started. That was probably, for me, the biggest problem Edwards had. Should have started Casper Denore instead of Saville. So for that, I'm giving Saville a 3. Worst player on the pitch for me. Then we got, next to him, Honeyman. George Honeyman does a lot of running, but he's like a headless chicken sometimes, just runs and runs for no reason. Didn't think he was the worst player on the pitch. Still think he should start because he offers a little bit of energy. So I'm going to say a 6 for Honeyman. These are generous scores, by the way. Fleming, for me, don't offer anything. Needs to be dropped. His hold-up play and his creative play is where he's meant to be strong, and I'm not seeing that at the moment. He don't offer anything. A couple of times he had a chance to feed Eze in or have a go, didn't do either. Just shot straight at the player. Yeah, he's not really offering a lot at the moment, but not his fault when he's playing out on the left-hand side, I must say. And you got Bradshaw, a lot of unnecessary running again. I like Bradshaw, works hard, but he looked tired. He looked fed up last night. He ain't getting no help. When we're trying to press high, he's the only one pressing. Felt for him a little bit. Eze, the same as Bradshaw, does a lot of pressing, a lot of high work, but don't get no support. Sometimes he looks like he thinks, well, what am I doing here? So for that, I'll give him the same mark. I'll give Bradshaw a 5, I suppose. The subs, Denore shouldn't have come on at half-time, should have started. Thought he looked a little bit better. He cut the balls out in midfield. Read the game better than Saville does. Thought he cut the positives, but nothing major. So I'm going to give him a 6. Billy Mitchell and Adam Mayer, neither had time to do anything. They come on with about 15 minutes ago and the game was gone. For that, I'll give them both a 4, or maybe a generous 5. Then Duncan Watmore. Now, I need to know, does anyone remember Duncan Watmore touching the ball when he come on? I don't remember him pressing high. I don't remember him running. I don't remember him coming on the pitch. It was a waste of time. He don't offer anything. We all know he's got the talent there, but he just don't offer nothing. So for that, I'm going to give him a 4. And Edwards, to be fair to the man, everyone's saying, oh, he's got to go, he's got to go. What could he possibly have done about them goals last night and the goals against Coventry? Just defensive mistakes that shouldn't happen. I don't particularly blame the man. His game plan's looking quite good. First 25 minutes, we went out and threw it at Ipswich, same with Coventry. If we don't take our chances, we could have been 2 or 3-0 up against Coventry and Ipswich. If we can't take our chances, that's not his fault. So, yeah, for last night, I'll give him a 5. None of it was his fault, apart from Saville instead of Casper Denore. But on to Sheffield Wednesday. Must-win game now. Let's hope we get a few people there, because the crowd was awful against Ipswich, and rightly so. The booing I don't normally agree with, but rightly so. It was just so bad. Must-win game, and let's rally behind the boys. Come on. We all know how to do it. Come on, you Lions.
Hi, Millwall Tube. Reflections and predictions for last night's cave-in against Ipswich Town, and the game against Sheffield Wednesday, absolute 6-pointer on Saturday. Now, I'd done all my ranting and raving last night. So this morning I just got on with it, went for a nice walk this lunchtime, and I've ended up in the park. And yeah, I'm a lot calmer now, and I've got a bit to say, and apologies if it goes on and on. However, what you need to do is not just look at that performance last night and say it's got to be Edwards out, because it ain't. At the moment, I would say, I guess it's split down the middle, but what actually has happened here goes back a lot longer than the last 4 or 5 games, or since Joe Edwards was appointed. This goes back to February last year, a year in other words, after we had that great run in fabulous February when we beat Sheffield Wednesday, we drew with Burnley, and we came within a hair's breadth of beating Norwich as well. Now, after that, something happened at that club, and we went downhill, and we kept going downhill. We needed the win at Blackpool, if you recall, to actually keep in the playoff picture realistically. So when we lost against Blackburn 3-4 at home, that knocked a lot out of that team, but that team had been going one way for a long time, and what we're seeing now is the culmination of 8 months, football months that is, not counting the summer, of failure. We've been papering over cracks. I know that's a term that's heard a lot around our place, but it is actually true. But now those cracks are opening wide, and Joe Edwards, despite what a lot of people think, is a better manager than you might realise. He's just been unfortunate enough to be at the helm when the whole thing is coming undone. He's the manager at our gaff, and he's getting it in the neck because of the fact of things happening, players signed that he wasn't any part of. Sarkic last night should have taken command of his penalty area, and the corner which resulted in the goal should never ever have happened. That is not a Joe Edwards signing. Yeah, I know you could say that Antanga, I'll never pronounce his name right, the guy he signed from Tottenham, yeah, he was obviously one of his signings, and he's been a bit of a liability too. But that's just 4 games, 5 games. This has gone on a lot longer than that. So you have to ask, how much in all of this is Adam Barrett involved? He stays around. Adam Barrett is the one constant. Managers come and managers go, but he's still there. The thinking man Subbuteo player, manager, whatever you want to call him. There for 3 weeks in between managers. And the other thing you've got to say is, don't look at the management, look at the players. They should be absolutely ashamed of their form at the moment. They can't carry out basic instructions which they're being told. And whether you like it or not, Joe, to keep us in this division, you're going to have to do what I keep saying in and out each video now, and I get fed up of saying it myself. You're going to have to tell them to just hoof it from the back and hope that a striker can get on the end of it, like was done in the 70s and 80s all over this country, because that's the only way we're going to stay up. We are right down now where I had feared we were going to be. And if I was Sheffield Wednesday's manager, seamless link there, I'd be telling my players, they'll come at you for 15, 20 minutes, and they'll try and play it out from the back. When you get the ball, just play it into the channels, cross it quickly. One of their centre-backs will make a mistake, the goalkeeper's uncertain, and then pounce. And then once you've got the lead, hold it, just defend. So going on to that match and the prediction for the score, let's be kind and say Millwall 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. I can remember referring back early on saying that it's going to get worse before it'll get better. Well, we're in the worst stage. Let's now see if we can't pull it out of the fire before the end of the season. So Millwall 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. That's not the form that's going to do it, but at least it's not a defeat. And goal scorer, let's go for Romanese again. And one more thing which you do need to stop doing, Joe Edwards, chopping and changing your side before each game. You do need to learn your best 11 quickly now, because we're getting to the point where the alarm bells are ringing, and they're ringing flipping loudly. So Millwall 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Come on, you Lions.